Doing? Happy Saturday. Hope y'all enjoying y'all Saturday. I am Tiffany, Empire Impact Ignite. And I was just doing some cleaning, decluttering, going through some paperwork. I'm the weirdest cleaner. It's just a whole mess because I have to go through paperwork. And I have to make sure that I'm sorting through things and all of the things, okay? So I came across this like personality description, the profile that I did in like 2015. And from then to now, I can understand how to even share what this thing is saying, what it kind of computed about me. So I wanted to allow this to be like a get to know Tiffany moment because Tiffany has since then grown some more. And then some of the things are some of the things. Okay, so one of the things that stood out, and I took this test when I was at a a workshop, a training. Like I always try to make sure that I'm investing in myself. So like I said, this is dated back from 2015. In 2014, I became a brick and mortar business owner, and just for those that's just trying to figure it out, that is the year 2015 right there on the paper. I came across some other stuff. Oh well, 2015. Is that December? Yep. December the 12th, 2015. At the end of the year, fourth quarter, I always take time to make sure that I am at least in a space where I can gain insight, knowledge, so I can grow because we all have to um, have a mindset and be willing to grow and give people grace to grow. A lot of people don't know how to do that. But I thank God for it and my willingness to want to grow. So that's why if you've ever been in my any of my communities or in my space or different things like that in my chair, I always will do two of the tests that I like to do is the love language test and the personality test. It's like a get to know. And a lot of people have never done it. So it's just fun. So it says my personality radar. This is my radar that I'm reading. And it says leadership. Hence, I have certificates from fifth grade, high school, career centers, like on leadership ability. So I am 77% leadership potential. Okay, the word potential means I can choose not to be. That other 23% can be all. Well, that is what I used to follow, and that is what I've used to follow and entertain the wrong friends and relationships as well too. But that just lets you know that leadership is you have potential to lead. Everybody do not choose to lead. I choose to be a leader. Mean I choose to make the best decisions and accept the role and responsibility as a leader. Real leaders know that you got to be willing to be a good follower too. And guess what? When the following the wrong leader is what is happening, real leaders don't mind aborting ship. Okay? Yes, I will abort ship if we are going down the wrong path, and I am truly aware of it. I'm about to abort, or I have grown enough, and this gonna make some sense when it's talking about assurance, because my assurance percentage is 68%, and I actually got a little memo now, like to not second guess my capabilities. When you're in leadership role, whether you are second in command or just got influence on the leader, you want to make sure that you are not being an amen corner, but you are trying to add value to what you have in that role that you are operating in. It may not be respected. That's when things may have to change, but not second guessing yourself. That is something that I had to learn, that I did, and that I needed to work on. And I had to need to trust me more, trust me more. Okay, so that it would not easily continue to be manipulated. So leadership quality, leadership potential, power, assurance, vision, and resourceful. So visionary, my visionary capabilities is a 73. Hence, SC barber school owner. I did not see that, but I began to walk in it as God was revealing things to me. But I'm definitely a visionary. I'm I'm like, okay, I see this, I see that. Let's work towards it. Period. Visionary capabilities. My resourcefulness is a 89. I don't know if I can blame that on my grandmother because my grandmother raised me, honey. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I try to recycle, save, use for later, put up until we need. Hence, the living room gonna be living rooming in a second. But I've had things kind of, I'm bringing things in, sorting things out. You know, the seasons changing, but the weather is doing what it want to do. So I'm like, what we need, what we don't, what is not going to be good. Where can I take this to? Who need this? You know, put this back in the storage. This go there. So that is an 89. And that is funny because even with my students, I'm like, y'all, we gonna use these bottles right here. This empty right here, but let's wash this out because we can make this something. What y'all think we can make this into? Because I know we're gonna need a container to do something with. So that is hilarious. Um, and that's what leaders do. You use what you got. Use what you got. It's in your hands. Use what you got. Or it's at your hand. It's at your hand. What is around you? Don't talk about what we ain't got. We got to use what we got. Communication and interpersonal relationship. Communication, sociability, extroversion. So my communication is a 61. Hence, since this time, um, I've been working on. I get complimented a lot of times on how it seems like I'm just not afraid. You know, I'm not camera shy or anything. Go speak to people, but I always felt like communicating, being able to effectively communicating. I didn't feel like I could effectively communicate. Yes, I was not afraid to express myself, but expressing myself has not always been the most healthiest way because if my emotions are high, I could be crying, or if I'm crying, I'm talking to somebody that is only focused on my tears and really still not hearing what I'm saying. Like the tears, the tears gonna come, but if you can listen to what I'm trying to say, I don't need you moved by my tears. I'm trying to get out what I'm trying to say. It's just so emotional. Um, but since this time, I know that I have definitely grown in that area. So I'm just sharing with y'all this, and I'm going to probably try to figure out how to retake this assessment, this profile, to see what the scores is in communication now. I have since been reading books, just really growing and developing, listening to podcasts. Um, yeah, a lot since 2015 for sure. So um, hopefully that area is grown, but I know and I feel like it's grown because just my way of articulating things, even in just regular conversations, people they get it, they understand it, and then I'm okay with my country grammar too. Like I'm from the South. My grandma is my grammar, but as I'm growing and developing, um, my dialogue is improving, and of course I'm improving and I'm growing, so it reflects on the outside. um Sociability. Read y'all what this thing say with sociability. It says my social ability index was reading low. It read at 25%. So I'm about to, it says reflects on the respondent's need and eagerness to seek company, engage in or be open to direct interaction with many people. Sociability index ranges from 0 to 100, and its median on the sample is 50. So I read that because I had done forgot real quick. I had glanced at it. Meaning I'm not eager to seek company. It's like I am a popular loner. I'm a popular loner, and my sociability index reads at a 25. That could definitely seem so weird because I would be labeled an extrovert. I feel like the older I'm getting, I'm more introverted. Like, let me go home. I might hop out real quick, only to kind of do whatever it is I'm trying to get done, whether that's just trying to work out, just get out, pass out some flyers. But the older I'm getting, I'm like, yeah, listen, yo, I don't have time for the riffraff. I don't really got to be around all that. I'm good with what I got going on. My life is peaceful. So I don't have to engage in conversation. And then considering, that my day to day is working with people, it's educating, it's teaching. I have to talk, I'm doing this, I'm giving, I'm pouring. So by the time I'm free, it's like, okay, what do we want to do, Tiffany? Because Tiffany likes to skate. Tiffany sometimes don't mind socializing on her terms, on Tiffany's terms. Period. It got to be on Tiffany's terms. Because guess what? I have control over that. I have control over my term, and there's nothing wrong with that. So other than that, hey, I don't have to be in places where I'm tolerated. I can be in places where I'm celebrated. I can be home, and I can create places that is just safe for me, my peace of mind, my mental health, my emotional state, my physical being. Periods. So now, when it comes to empathy, my empathy and sociability, they kind of work hand in hand. Says this profile, it says empathy index reflects on respondents' ability to understand other people's feelings, and the ability to identify with and understand someone else's feelings are difficult. I scored a 57 with that, meaning that was over half. So I am, if you've ever experienced me or encountered me, or we've ever had a chance to talk on the phone or in person, y'all already know what that is. And a lot of people are not empathetic. A lot of people just don't care to understand how people feel. Hence the reason why I had to grow so much in my emotional intelligence, because honey, on the other side of the empathy and understanding people was, okay, if you ain't understanding and hearing what I'm saying, don't have me go oops upside your head, because what are we really doing? What are we talking about over here? It was areas that needed, self-control needed to be worked on. Do they have self-control in here? And guess what? Self-control is in here. Yes, self-control is in here. Which is coming up next. So areas of diligence, conscientiousness, self-control to an extent. So my conscientiousness read at a 57% as well, which is the same thing as my empathy. And it says the conscientiousness index refers to conscientious application to work. To work. I puts in work. I mind my business. If I want to grow as a woman, as a mother, as a person, as a business owner, as a sister, as a daughter, as a whatever I need to grow as a minister, as a dancer, as a praiser, as a uh, child of God, I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do the work. Period. Self-control is reading at a 54, and that is medium. So my conscientiousness, that's moderately high. Self-control is medium, meaning self-control index reflects the respondent's ability to manage his own actions, desires, or emotions. And that can range from 0 to 100. Let me tell you, just like that thing says 0 to 100. And it says in 2015, it was reading medium, meaning if I'm not careful, that other 46% would try to take me to a place where it's going to be some consequences and repercussions. So that is an area that I intentionally work on. Areas of self-control, that is a fruit of the spirit. That's why I thank God for his help and his guidance. That is still one of the things that I'm working on, making sure that I'm accountable for my actions, still growing in that, my desires and my emotions. You have to have emotional intelligence so that way it can reflect in your self-control. When you do not have emotional intelligence, it also reflects poorly in your self-control. We are in the flesh. These are areas that some people are better than others. You got to know where you come from so you can know what areas need to be put on the altar. And some things come by praying and fasting. So Yes, that right there made a whole lot of sense, which is why I decided to come live on here so we can have a get to know me moment. As I'm getting to know me, I pray that you desire to get to know you. Know yourself, and then you can know who needs to be around you and who do not need to be around you. Who you can spend this X amount of time with and who you cannot spend a whole lot amount of time with, because some people will try to provoke you into places that you've already been delivered from. So you got to allow yourself and know yourself, so that way you can be able to let God grow yourself, grow you, you know what I'm saying, groom you and refine you. Rationality reflects in the ability to think rationally. For example, having values, belief, techniques based on logic, explain explicable principles. And my rationality index is 82%, and that is high. Meaning, I've never read this stuff until today. Even if my mentors had went over it with me um at the retreat or what have you, um, I ain't remember none of this stuff. So rationale. A lot of people don't have rationale. So my 82% in and rationale being high, that's what helps balance out my other areas that's showing up at like 57, 54, and what have you. Once, because yeah, 82 and resourcefulness was an 89, which is my highest one. So what I do, if I could be logical for this moment and take rationale and resourcefulness, if I do something that could have been done better because of my way of thinking, I go back and honestly see, okay, how at this point in my life, at this level of maturity, even though I still got a whole lot of growing to do, how could I have handled that better? What could I have done different? Because when you really want to grow, you're gonna hold yourself accountable, and you're gonna have others around you that can hold you to a level of accountability as well. So that's what rationality looks like. It's like, okay, but because of my values, because of my beliefs, and even my belief system, when you think about your belief system and your core values, my principles are like certain things are just hard embedded. I know for a fact that certain things, yes, I don't mind and I had to throw away, but certain things is like, no, this is what we're not gonna do. This is how this should be. It is my rationale, it's my way of thinking. If I'm in leadership, then guess what? My assurance level that at some times, let me see, ability to defend their point. Okay. It's moderate. Oh, it says my insurance level is moderate, but sometimes I could second guess myself. That other 32% could just take you for a loop and just have you so unstable. But I'm like, no, 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 no. Once I know what I know, I'm rational. I'm willing to be flexible and be corrected, but yeah, I'ma stand on that. I don't take that back. That's what it is. As far as I'm concerned. Unless the Lord says something different, this is it. And that's where it is on some things and where I'm at now, because I have the willingness to admit my wrongs. I have the willingness to stand down and not just always bow up or what have you, coming from a place of defense. But when I feel like I'm assured in it, and this is what it is, then this is what it is, and take it how you need to take it, because that's that. So I just wanted to share a little bit. So it's an opportunity to get to know me on this good old Saturday. I'm going to go on back and finish sorting and cleaning and decluttering and moving things out as I prepare for service tomorrow. If you do not have a place of worship, feel free to tune in. If you are not in the Charlotte area, you can tune in online to Unity Charlotte International. If you are in the Charlotte area, feel free to be my guest. I am super excited about growing. If you need a life coach, which is a kingdom business coach, or mentor, feel free to go to iamtiffany.org. Super excited. If you're in the Columbia area or surrounding areas, make sure that y'all come and check out the Female Barber Networking events. We want to Definitely have a good time. So come on out. No, you don't have to just be a female, but it is a female barber networking event. So if you're a student, if you're licensed, if you plan on being licensed, if you started, then stop and you just don't know what to do, you stuck, come on out to this event. You do not want to miss it. We're going to have an amazing time. It is a free event for those that do not know. It is a free event. All I'm asking you to do is RSVP. The address has not been released to the event yet. It will get released soon. So you want to RSVP so you can be in the know. And on day 2, we're doing hands-on training for braiding, barbering, and business. Whatever you need, you're going to want to be in day 2 so you can get that intimate setting of things that you need. And if you want to register for barber school from there, then guess what? Have at it. A lot of people want to be a barber, master barber stylist. And guess what? Yes, we cover the whole curriculum. So we have the master hair care program and we have the natural hair braiders program. And who are we? We are Dynamic Barber Institute. For those that don't know, that is my new barber school in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm so excited to be able to make the impact that is being made. So yes, you see me with my flexi rods and my hair. It's Saturday. I work Monday through Friday. Still working now, getting things done. So I wanted to show up authentically myself as I'm in the house getting things done as I prepare for worship service tomorrow. So this is what it is. And if you want to grow, I look forward to meeting you. Give me thanks in advance for opportunity to serve you and your family. I am Tiffany, Empower Impact Ignite. Share this live if you feel like somebody just need to have an online auntie, an online big sis, an online little sis, whatever. That way they can get empowered, impacted, and ignited to do what God is calling them to do. Until next time, make sure you click that button, subscribe. Let me know you catch this replay, and I'm out.